Any preference, Paul?
Fuck it.
Ah, well, the mask. Nice. Good choice, Paul. Now, bear in mind, now, I'm fairly sure that that's our... Yeah, that's our trilby's gone, so we want to go back down to the porch. Because if we go through another door, then we'll get killed.
Yeah. Fucking game.
Yeah, it's not going well. There we go. That's really annoying. So all we left in then is our apron. Paul, can you tell what's going to happen next?
Something daft.
We did get a little clue a couple of minutes ago.
Oh?
Yes,
Oh, going to bring a soldier?
possibly. Alright, try this door. Maybe there's an apron here. It won't, it hurts. Ah, there's your apron.
Yep.
That's handy. So we have all three aspects of John Defoe. All three artifacts of the Wraith.
Yep, and this time we go back to the main room and go the opposite way. Well, go the left way.
Yes.
Still, it is pretty spooky, like...
I think this is well done.
Like his bloody stupid self-insert character is dying an awful lot.
It is the most self-deprecating Yahtzee gets, to be fair.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay. That should leave us with one trilby spare, I should think. Now, so the hole. Right.
Equip the items.
Hang on.
Okay, use items on hole.
Yeah, I was trying to do that. Hang on. Look, come on. There we go. There we go. We're now John Defoe. And the last trilby is dead.
Well, shit.
Which means... Look at all the characters from the 4 games, Paul. They're all rattling in our head.
Hooray.
Demon child. It hurts. Father. Child. I saved him. Father.
Yeah.
We're falling through space and time, Paul. Space and time. Space and time. Cavitat. Death. Prominent characters, main character, protagonist. Words. Kill me. And a nice soft landing, please. Go to space. The prince. It hurts.
Ouch.
No. Oh. Defoe. Oh man. He's the last trilby. It's a good thing we didn't black around. Does that mean anything to you? Does this become does this mean this is now the new trilby? Trilby 2.0?
Yep.
Being here feels wrong. It was set on fire, as I recall. Yes. You should address this inconsistency. we're gonna kill off Defoe Manor for good. What's going on here?
Here's petrol is. Oh yeah, we know what a canister of petrol is, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's going on here? I can't see anything, especially not through the smoked visor. I feel disconnected, like I'm looking down from myself from the outside. I can hardly move. Where am I? It's moving. It's the box from space!
That shit.
It's not really happening. Oh! Oh, what's going on here? Tarpaulin? It's some kind of document lying on it. I'll add it to my journal. Children of the King, rejoice, for the time is finally at hand. Our patience these last few centuries will finally be rewarded. 200 years ago, the body of the Bridgekeeper was destroyed. 200 years from now, the soul of the Bridgekeeper will meet the same fate. These are known as bridge events. Their significance was so great that they sent ripples of weakness through the timeline itself, echoing off into both the past and future. On the 28th of July, 2189, the ripples from the past will collide from the ripples from the future, creating an area of extreme weakness between the two realms.
Fuck's sake.
If the third bridge event, the destruction of the mind, occurs at this point, the force of the explosion will penetrate that area of weakness and form the bridge between the realms. Over this bridge, the King Chzo will come. He will come to save us and all the men of technology from sin. We must, however, be alive to enjoy this new age of perfect purity, and so it is important that the complex and ophthalmology building be evacuated for at least 1 week prior to the bridge event. It's a bomb!
Huh.
It's a bomb. There's enough nano-explosive here to atomize the county.
Huh.
Finally, the future is here. Can we get out in time? We're limping. We're limping. I was hoping it would blow up, but... Okay, maybe I have to actually do something with it. That was a bit anticlimactic, actually, wasn't it?
Yep.
Wait a second. This bomb's already been defused.
Huh?
The wiring under the control panel has been ruined. As long as it's not damaged, this thing isn't going to explode. Ah. Oh, this thing. No?
Chains?
Shit. Oh. Fire. Shit. The last trilby is fucking setting us on
God
fire.
damn it.
Oh, bollocks. That guy... Whooshy man, you betrayed us! No! And that's
Oh
it.
shit.
And the foam manor is destroyed again. Look, it's the same mound of dirt that Trilby was on all those years ago.
Fuck you, future dude.
Indeed. In fucking deed. But why, Paul? Why? 6 days later. You're watching UCBC News. Investigation continues in the circumstances that result in a nano-explosion detonation in the Cutnam, Buckinghamshire 6 days ago. The blast completely demolished the ophthalmology building, which had been purposely evacuated beforehand, and several lead ophthalmologists are being held for questioning. Although the detonation has not yet been found to have caused any loss of life, 2 individuals last seen in the area have been reported missing. And environmentalists are already calling this the biggest ecological disaster in the entire history of the country. The investigation continues. And now the weather. There's that little shit again.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot judge question events, only encourage them to take place as history demands. Okay. Ooh. Why did they? We could not possibly survive in the world. Yeah, good point. Why was he why were they trying to create a bridge in the first place? All deliberately misled by Chzo? Ooh. Why? But why, Paul? But why? Why? It was open for mere seconds. Nothing came true from the ethereal realm. So did Jizan's plan simply fail? Or was his intention not to send, but to receive? None of this matters. I led the cab to the destiny demanded of him by the timeline. Now I must wait. 2 centuries from now, my younger self will require my guidance. The eternal cycle must be set in motion again. And while I do not judge and feel no regret, I find that I do not relish this task. Whoosh. Do you get it, Paul? Why the cab was chosen?
Not really.
In the 18th century, the prophet Jack Freehorn put the paper to 3 books of Chzo. The blood of the 12 sacrifices still fresh on his hands, as seen in the picture. The Book of the Prince, the Book of Victims, and the Book of the Bridge. There is a central tenet in the fate of the Order of Blessed Agonies. What is not known, not even by the highest acolytes, and likely not even by the Prince himself, is that there was a 4th book.
Fuck's sake.
It seemed to contradict the other prophecies, and Freehorn discarded the draft, thinking it a garbled message. It's like Judas's Bible. This was the Book of the New Prince. This here is what it said. On the day of the bridge, the prince returned to the court of the king and bowed low before the presence. And the king was greatly wrathful, and he said to the prince, "Why have you returned, O prince? Who would you betray his king? Who would defy his own flesh?" Ooh. And with those words, the king threw down the prince and stripped away his vestments. And the prince was once again became the arrogant man. And the arrogant man said, "I wanted only to please you, my king. I know you schemed to replace me. If I betrayed you, it was only to remain your prince." And the king replied, "I have not forgotten that you are the arrogant man, and still your arrogance blinds you. Who are you to question my plans, you little man of linear time?" Bit harsh.
Yeah.
Who are you to believe he knows what is best for I who has drunk more down the agonies of 1,000,000 men, I who have seen to the edge of forever? You are not my prince, O arrogant man. You were never truly of my flesh.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is that unfamiliar being, I suppose?
Oh, look! And the king took the vestments of the prince and gave them to the man of purity. And the man of purity became the new prince. And the arrogant man wept aloud. "Why have you betrayed me, my king? What have I done that I should earn this wrath?" Came the reply, "Long ago you were offered a chance to fulfill the role of the bridge as a being of both magic and technology. You could have proven your commitment to your king. You could have chosen your successor. But in your arrogance you resisted and created the child to become the bridge in your stead. And after you learned the true purpose of the bridge, you had the audacity to subvert my will. Weakly you sought to avert your destiny and the destinies of others. But rejoice, arrogant man, for I have provided another opportunity to fight your fate. Simply defeat your successor and return to my side." And the new prince faced the arrogant man. Boof! And the new prince threw down the arrogant man. Now we're in control. Oh, hang on. Can I save? Yes, I can save. Hang on. I got this.
Can you talk to the king?
Oh! There's a trilby here, look! It hurts. The guide. Can I still use my phone? Oh, I can't use
Can
my
you talk to
phone.
the king, though?
I could talk to the king. It hurts. Protect him always. My king. There you go. It's not really working here. take his place. It hurts. Here we go. This is it. See, it's Kabadat's hands. Ooh. We've only got one leg, see? And we have his staff now.
And it's got a vague helmet and a vague apron.
Yeah. Same elements.
Advantages.
And the arrogant man knew the name of the king. And that is Chzo Mythos done. So, Paul, this whole thing, this whole series, this whole plan, this 300-year plan, 400-year plan even, to get this big pain elemental into Earth was all a clever ruse by the elemental himself, because he didn't like Kabadat in the first place and he wanted a new prince. He wanted a new wraith. A lich even, I should say. So, Paul...
Weird.
Weird?
Weird.
I kind of liked it.
It was not a happy ending, and I like that it has that going for it. It's not like they didn't demand a happy ending, and this kind of Cthulhu nonsense should not have happy endings.
I agree. I think it's an ending fitting of something eldritch like this. This is like, we don't understand what's going on the opposite side. Why should we understand? This is not our fucking rodeo.
Yep.
Now, granted, like, when you really consider that, like, the plot only really happens until the third game, I think he's done pretty decent here to actually weave a coherent, or as I say coherent, but enough of a plot between two very different games.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, like, okay, now you have your lore dump, and now this is the third game that gets everything together, as you can see here, our three main protagonists. I mean, he's done pretty well here, I thought. I actually enjoyed this game a bit more than I did Trilby's Notes in the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Maybe it's because we did it all in one sitting as well. Because I remember we got into trouble with the smoke alarm puzzle, because that was the point where we stopped playing. So we were like...
There were never any major blockers.
Yeah, well, we were there for like 20 minutes, but otherwise this game had a fairly good flow to it as well.
It did.
You know. So, Paul, overall, did you enjoy the Chzo Mythos series? Yassi's series?
It had its fucking hurdles.
Yeah?
But I think the ending is one of the big redeeming qualities about it.
That's a very nice way. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, like, a story... I think even Yassi's fucking said it himself a few times, like... What really matters is the beginning and the ending.
Yes.
And the stuff in the middle is just whatever.
Well, I think it's even more of an accomplishment.
That is a memorable ending.
Yeah, because I find it even more impressive, the fact that, like, the first two games were just shots in the dark. Well, the first game was a shot in the dark anyway. Second game was just like, okay, fuck it, in space. And then, at that point, you go, okay, how does that end? How do you get to what is the actual ending of this story? You know? So I think in that sense, that sort of, like, skill of retroactive writing, I think, is quite impressive, because there isn't that much. There's a few like real like little nitpicky like plot holes and stuff like that. Like, any games of this scale and size are always going to have plot holes. I think it's inevitable. But for the most part, for what it is, for a free game that's basically made by, you know, a hobbyist, I don't think you can go far wrong with this, really.
I mean, from what I've seen of his new games and that like 12 games in 12 months thing, it's come a long fucking way.
Oh yeah. There's tons of other games we could play that are quite good quality wise. His space RPG game, Galaxies of Fantabulous Wonderment, is actually quite funny. It's real Hitchhiker's Guide to this Galaxy stuff, and little touch of Red Dwarf to it as well. Quite long game though, so we don't know. I
thought he was still working on that.
No. Well, no, he has the actual game of it is out, and then there was a sequel he never did.
Because he was working on a spacey game, something like that.
He was,
but he was getting really
that was the sequel.
Procrastinating to it.
Yeah.
Was it a sequel?
That was a sequel, yeah. But either way, this is one series game, let's say. But yeah, no, I actually quite enjoyed it overall. 5 days was fairly dry, I thought, but I think for what it was, like when you look at, like, considering he's progressed and improved over the 4 games as well. So you can accept like, okay, fair enough. 5 days is very like needlessly formal and the puzzles are simple enough, but overall the games are quite simple. Like you're following along the logic, and once you do that, you're laughing really.
Yeah, logic.
Yeah. So I suppose that's that, Paul, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
Indeed it is.
I hope the viewers have enjoyed.
So do I. But Paul, there's one more order of business for us to handle before you go tonight.
Oh?
There is indeed. Now, Paul.
And what could that be?
Well, this is what you're going to find out, darling. Now, we mentioned before we did Chzo Mythos that we're at a bit of a crossroads with what to do with the series. We could keep doing like Cthulhian games. You know, we have our Bloodborns, we have our Sunken Cities, we have our other Call of Cthulhu like reboots that are out there. But I think we can have a bit of fun with this.
Oh?
Yeah. So I'm going to get you to choose your next game.
Okay. But
in perfect Lovecraftian manner, you don't get to decide what games you're going to play. Allow me to demonstrate.
I'm pulling this out of a fucking hat.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Oh?
You remember the 11th hour, Paul?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Robin!
It's your favourite. Any stuff. With lipstick.
Hi, I'm Monty Stone, your host on Let's Make a Real Deal.
The look of confusion on his face is really satisfying me here.
What?
There's also a smile as well. It's just like, oh, memories.
$600. Now, Carl, here's the deal. You can keep the $600, but you must choose a door. Be it door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. Or you can give me $200 and see what's behind the door of your choice. Well, Carl, what'll it be?
So that's it, Paul. For you to choose your next game, you have to choose the door 1, 2, or 3. And the powers that be, and I do literally mean the powers that be, there are people manipulating you above you. They've all chosen a game, and you're going to pick one door and see who it is.
Do I get to pay money to find out this thing?
You don't have to pay me money. I don't have to pay you money. All you have to do, darling, is pick a door. Door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. I'm not going to say who chose what game. I'm never going to say who it is.
Yes, you will.
I never will. You'll have to actually pay me $600.
In the fullness of time, you're going to say.
Maybe. Might like come out in passing, I guess. So use your spidey senses here, Paul. What are you drawn to?
There's only one thing I can do.
Uh-oh. Paul has left the building.
Well, I don't left the building.
I'm doing it for dramatic effect. Uh-oh. You've got to roll it. He's got to roll a dice. Yes! That's the Paul I know and love. What have we got?
A wooden Orcon dice.
That was really terrible.
There's con. Okay.
Alright, try again.
I have a ball right here.
Oh yeah.
It is a dice purchased at Worldcon. That's a 4, so that's half that. So that's a 2.
You're going for 2.
2.
Right. What's behind door number 2?
It's behind the middle door. Let's see what's behind door number 2.
It is Sanitarium.
What's
Sanitarium? Okay. Sanitarium is a horror adventure game, point and click, right? That's set in, I think was out in the year 2001, 2002. And you start as this character who wakes up in a sanitarium, and shit is it's just so incredibly fucked up. Just this weird stuff happening, and you don't know who you are. You lost your memory completely.
Can I get a trailer?
I can show you a trailer. Absolutely, yeah, I will show you a trailer if I can find the trailer. That is, screen's still recording, so fuck it, we can keep this going. So, Paul, you wanted to see the trailer of Sanitarium. And no doubt our viewers would like to see the trailer of Sanitarium. This is what you'll expect next.
Okay.
2002.
Okay. So, no gameplay footage at all.
Nope.
I can only assume a...
I think this is the opening cutscene they're showing you.
But you're not going to believe it. I found the answer. All those years, I should have seen it. There's more. I'll tell you when I get home.
Nobody gets to ever explain stuff when they get home.
That's what happened there. Car crash.
Can this be my real force? We've got to hold together. Can anyone put a stop to the loss of our children? Understand.
Given it's a fucked-up child, or just really bad for animation?
Oh, fucked up child.
Fantastic.
Yeah. There you have it. Gameplay wise, it's a point of view adventure from like a top down view. So you know how like Diablo and have that and games like that have that kind of like that vantage point.
Oh,
like well above
kind
of isometric view.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of the same thing here. So yeah, Paul, that is what you're going to be playing next. Are you?
Other gameplay footage and any other searches and.
I don't know. We'll leave that. We'll leave that for a.
Alright then.
Report. So, are you excited? Are you intrigued from the trailer?
I am apprehensive as shit because there was not a single shred of gameplay footage.
That's the fucking spirit. Now we're talking. That is what I want to hear.
Oh, god damn it.
Because if there's not one selling point on this fucking series, it should be fear. Fear, panic, and horror. Because that's what we're doing. That's what we're here to do.
I can give you apprehension.
That will do me for the next time we record, which hopefully will be at some point in the future. And I haven't scared you off completely with.
At some point in the future,
spookiness.
sure, not really the present, just done that last game series, and the past is kind of full.
Indeed, your mind, your soul, and body are all separated, and we have to stab you with an ancient blade to bring you back to life, and some other bollocks like that. Or
That's just
anyway,
dumb.
Yes, indeed.
Fucking dumb.
So, guys, that is it for Paul of Cthulhu tonight, and that is it for Chzo Mythos. Next time on Paul of Cthulhu, we will be playing the PC horror classic Sanitarium. Until then, guys, I have been Jonathan.
I've been Paul.
That has been Paul of Cthulhu, and good night, Mr. Parker.
The fucking callbacks.
It hurts, Mr. Parker. It hurts.
Well, yeah,
It hurts.
yeah. Get the lube then.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts!